Okay, I'm gonna talk right before I do the summonings or anything on here, right? I'm just gonna do a little conversation piece for everybody, so I can understand my viewpoints on this. When I say this, is when everybody understand this. I personally have zero problems with us having another fake collab. Zero problem, zero, not a zilch. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I personally am not a big fan of repeats that's come by way too soon. Like, I think that should at least be a year or so. And maybe if it has been a year and I'm just lost track of time already, that's understandable. Because things like that happen, you know? Things like that, they happen in the world where you lose track of time and you forget something, and yeah. But this is fate, and I have zero problem with fate. I mean, if I want to be honest with you, this is probably the video, or I'm sorry, not the video. This is the collab that got me not only back in to Grand Summoners, but this was the collab that I played the most of Grand Summoners. I played every event humanly possible. I remember I even had this account because I didn't have access to my original account. So I had no problem with getting back into the game or anything like that. But I did have one little problem, right? I stated this. I really wanted the Kill la Kill collab. That was the big reason for me to come back because that's kind of the game. I'm sorry, that's the collab that got me first into the game. Was the Kill la Kill collab, and I was like, let me just get the characters from Kill la Kill, and got the Kill la Kill collab that I wanted so badly. And I'm gonna tell you the result if you didn't already see the past videos. Um, in order, we wound up getting Lady Satsuki. After that, we got Ryuko. Then we got, I forgot her name, the chick, the one that had the other Sister's Blade. Yeah, we wind up getting those three. I will say this: I grinded for majority of everything I have. When I actually did drop the $1, the 99 cents to get the what did I go and get? To get the it's escaping me. I'm so sorry. To It was like the little paid thing that you get for like a beginner player or something like that. Like you'll get like one time or something like that. When I finally did drop the money to get this, I was utterly shocked when I didn't get anything, and I'm not gonna pretend. Well, that's why I wasn't utterly shocked. It was just it wasn't the worst thing in the world. It wasn't even like an ideal thing for me to spend my money on. My ideal thing was to spend my money on, and the only thing I found actually useful was $4. I think it was $4. To $5 because I like that the idea of getting like 10 crystals every day plus getting one large potion that refills my energy. I think that was very useful, and that was something I was like, you know what, that's something to spend my money on. Why? Because it's something useful. Like it's just something very useful, something that I probably would use more than I would use anything else. But then out of the woodworks, we got a bunch of other collabs that kind of threw me off in this game, and I played them. I played them for a good little minute. Now I'm kind of jumping everywhere. I do apologize if I do that. I don't have a script. I am just talking while this game is just doing what it does best, and I leave it on auto because I don't remember the last time I ever played technically with any of these characters. I just mainly have them on auto. It's probably another reason why I don't play Last Claudia. Speaking of Last Claudia, I saw that they have like a cool collab going on, but if I don't have my original account that has a B2 on it, I don't want it. I'm not gonna lie to you. If because I don't think you understand. When you lose an account, you no longer have access to that account. You have nothing, no new characters, nothing like that. Yeah, I mean, you have to go like everyone's gonna be new for you now. It's kind of upsetting. It's ironic because I actually wind up hopping back into a game that I rarely play at all or didn't play at all, which was like I think the Final Fantasy game. But those two games aren't really the point of what I'm making here. Well, I guess one of them is Las Claudia. Need you to stay, sit in the corner. We're gonna come back to you in a second. I like Grand Summoners. It's a fun game. It's really not bad. The only problem is it's a very, very grindy game. This game will wholeheartedly have you sitting there. If you're like me, that you know you do other things, you post other videos, or you just have a life outside of this. And when you do have the time to play, you'll set it up for auto, and you hope that you have a lot of potions to basically make the fight last much longer than it possibly should last. But it's very beneficial. And that's basically what happened here with me. I had like a lot of potions before I found out about this, or before they released the whole um pass thing, the crystal pass, or which one pass did I get? Whichever one's $5. That's the one I got. Um, before getting that, that's what happened with me. Cool things, cool things happen there. Cool. Here's the problem, though. Here's the small little eensy weensy problem, right? It's not really a major problem. It's just a thing. The rates of getting like a collab character or getting like really a character is where it's ending. I think I've already made a video probably talking about how this game is pay to win. Well, I can't say pay. Yeah, it kind of is pay to win because there's a lot of grinding you can do in a game to be able to get everything you should possibly get from that game, right? There's a lot of games like that, right? There's a lot of games like that. But this game specifically fits itself into like one of those games where the grind you have to go through to get, well, anything is possibly like really tedious after a while. Because, okay, you putting it on auto and walking off, going do something else, it's cool. It's not a problem as long as you set up a pretty good team. Your luck is really good. Like everyone's luck is really good. Then you put an ability to also help them multiply them getting whatever item you need or drop an even rarer item. And then you add the apples, specifically the triple one. The triple one, of course. Please, the triple one. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's really not. I have a little way that I kind of play this game to help me level up characters and to grind. Like let's say if, for example, let's say I didn't have, I don't know, almost every goddamn character on the Fate banner. Um, any character that I would have been missing, that spot would have been reserved by a character that possibly needs to be leveled up. And that means I would have consistently sat there and set up, um, sorry, and set up the what's it say? I would have set up like missions like this to go to sleep on and just like plug my phone in. I would have just like set up something like that and I would have just been like, yeah, cool, fine, dandy. Go to sleep to that. Go to sleep and let it do what it do while I'm just doing anything else or going to sleep. Hey, plug it up, call it a day. It'll go off in like whatever, how many minutes or like 5 seconds or whatever it does. I don't even know the timer on it anymore sometimes. Whenever, something blocks it or anything like that. Um, Then when I wake up, I pretty much, it's not the first thing I do, but if I remember to do it, because sometimes I forget, set it to grind again. Here's the problem with all of that. You probably get a lot of equipment. Now, what's same with the equipment isn't the same as like it is with the character, which that's not a problem. It's only a bit tedious to scroll through so many times because you're gonna have more equipment than you have of characters. Of course, you're gonna have a lot of duplicates of said equipment also, which will be very irritating when you don't play as much. But when you actually do, now you gotta look through all the equipment you have, and you're just going through it, and you finish limit breaking this one. It's fully leveled up as high as it can go, and now you got to go all the way back from the beginning, all the way back down. They probably would say, well, just put where you last were. You were in the water section, right? Healing items, right? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy, um, finally realizing I could empty this pretty much, make more room. Uh, the game is just such a grind. And I think that it's not a problem that it's a grind, it's more of the problem that we get new characters like every 2 weeks, and you pretty much have to throw money at the game eventually if you want to get the character. Because, like, any one of us could make a video saying, hey, I tried to get this character. Like, we could all, like, everyone who plays this game could make that kind of video. Anyone could make that kind of video. Could throw maybe one, two, maybe even three, and that's before the banner even leaves because of you just consistently grinding every day and just being free to play. But there is one major difference, though. Here's the major difference. The game, I don't, because, like, here's the thing. The rates of you getting a character is extremely kind of low in a weird way because you have to do a lot, and I say a lot of things to sometimes even get a character. That's plus the tickets that the collab will give you. Plus, if you're the type to do this, which I don't always recommend it unless you are, like me, really desperate to get that one character that's either really necessary to your team. Because, like this one right here, the only reason I would even be doing a video trying to go for a character is purely for one reason. Ilias. I don't have her. She's the only character I do not have. So, and she's kind of necessary for this collab because the last collab it was like they had the pairing mixed up. They had a nice pairing pretty much with everybody. It had everyone, if I remember correctly, I'm probably wrong, but the first one was kind of a, I think, was it Rem, and I forgot the other chick. I always forget her name. Ren and the one chick that's pretty much my favorite character of the Dark Team because, like, her using like Lancer's healing bow, and then her using Medusa's goddamn horse is like really OP, and the damage it does is like really great. It kind of makes Saber on this team like really bad. And yes, I keep Shiro on complete defense no matter what I have to do, unless I just need him to be like, hey, I need you to do everything today. So yeah, and I mean, homegirl over here, which is a goddamn breaker character. She's a really good breaker character. Like everyone getting their abilities, or getting what's named to amplify. You can use your goddamn abilities. You know what I mean. You can use your arts. There you go. It escaped my mind for a second. Use the arts when broken, which the likelihood of it actually happening is kind of slim to none. Sometimes like the battle really like is a long-winded, drawn-out one. Because what's the likelihood of me really having to do that? Because most battles I'm not really gonna need it because I have a very good damage team or semi something that's more can end the fight shortly, or if the fight does drag, it probably really won't be in effect maybe one time at best. And I say maybe. Rim's a good support character. When I say good support character, like most times, I think it was almost downright upsetting to have Ren on the team. I don't remember the other chick that's with Ren, so that's why I keep just saying Ren. And I like Fate, but I'm not gonna pretend I know her. I don't. But Ren's a good support character. I don't even know what Ren supports, but we're just gonna keep saying good support character because I have Ren, and I'm happy I have Ren. Rimuru. The time I got reincarnated as a fairy godmother, apparently. I don't even know where that even came from. I hate to say, but the game is very grindy. It makes you really like play a lot, which that's not bad. The game's doing its job pretty much of keeping you distracted from any other activities you could or should be doing. That's not a problem. But what is a problem is when you work really hard to try and do something like, I don't know, this. Because, like, look, this is how much I have, and this is me just doing the typical go to sleep, move on with life type of things. I'm not really doing anything unique with it. Nothing crazy. We're not gonna be able to do the last one because I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I don't have Ilias, but we just keep losing that one. Like I'm gonna try it again to maybe hope. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of close. Should I really waste everything on today and maybe waste it today? Because maybe if we could win this one, this would be pretty cool. I just dropped the crystal. It's okay. It's just a goddamn crystal. We can get more. It's almost 7. If they win that one and they just start winning, hey, I don't know. I don't know how we did it because I'm not gonna lie when I say this. Saber as a damage dealer. I don't know if I just do. I even have your ability? Oh, I do. I should probably do more on the summoning for less of the character for this one since it is a returning one, which I think is probably the good points of things like that. Is because it's returning, I probably should do less on the character so I don't just like. At the same time, even if I get another Shiro and I can like not fully level up Shiro, but level up Shiro to like I guess max. I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably never gonna like when it comes to luck or anything like that. If they win this fight, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna be kind of mad. Do you know how many times we've lost this fight? Like a lot. I've lost these fights a lot. We won. Of course we win when I'm every time we lost this fight that I'm just sitting here like, huh, what would happen? Like I think the first time I was playing on my PlayStation. I just had this playing in the background. Well, hey, at least I got that one crystal back that I just spent. Oh my gosh, we got a large. That's bad. That's real bad. For anybody else, but not us. But yeah, I'm gonna probably keep going back, like making that this game is a grindy game. It's like my center ground on this video. If you didn't know, it's gonna keep going in different branches while I talk about random parts of this game that are good and bad or whatever to me. Like team composition isn't bad to me in this game. I think team composition is like really good for this. I think the only problem is the part that the likelihood of you as a free to play or yeah, for you as a free to play to get the character. There's a lot of games that have like a lot of abilities. I'm sorry, a lot of events for you to play. This one I cannot pretend is friendly when it comes to free to play players. Like I think I just started giving it money because originally it's not like I didn't have the money to do that. I just didn't do it because I didn't want to. But I just decided to do it because it had one thing that really made sense for me to actually spend money on, which was the $5 or $4, whatever, whichever one it is. That thing of like logging in and getting like 10 crystals a day. So that means in a week I could like do a summoning, you know? It's kind of cool. To like pretty much every 5 days I can be like, hey guys, just go pop up on YouTube Shorts and be like, hey, tried it, failed, but hey, at least I tried. Like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's the $5 one. At first I was like, which one should I go for? What's the other option? Like $20. You lost me at 20. Maybe if you would have said like just 10, maybe 15 even. I probably would have even gambled on the 15, but $20 for me to what get tickets for characters that I already have. Okay, well I don't have like every base character, or because like we have a good variety at the moment. I don't know if I already made a video on my entire like character list. I should probably do that for Dragon Ball Legends and stuff like that, and talk about that too, that game's that game that game gonna have me sitting here for a hot minute, for a hot few days, in fact, even. But no, the major point I'm making is just this. Uh, if you're free to play, just run away from this game. Don't even attempt to play it unless you want to go broke or you want to be sad, because the collabs aren't bad. No, neither are the what's it called? What am I thinking of? What am I meaning? Neither are the characters that we get. I think it's just more along the lines of, will you be able to get the character? Will you be lucky and be able to do one quick summoning and get the character? Now, this is where I bring up Last Claudia. Yeah, I know. I made it earlier, so I might as well bring it up now. Last Claudia had a Sonic collab. I hopped on the game and I played it because of the Sonic collab, and I'm not going to pretend it wasn't for that, because it was. Now, I was a little bummed out that I didn't have my original account, because originally last time I tried to log into the game, when I had, I think, the whole B2 uh, Nier Automata collab, I jumped on the game and was quick to try and get the characters. Here's the thing though. It pretended that it didn't know what I was talking about when I was trying to log in, and I kind of was looking at it confused, and I just gave up on it and I said, eh. And then they have like this new collab where like it's like a three-way collab or two-way collab in a way. Two-way. Well, how would it be a three-way? Because Las Claudia isn't with itself. It's two different collabs going at the same time, which is a pretty cool idea. Speaking of really cool ideas, when are Yu Yu Hakusho coming back? Because my gosh, tell me Yu Hakusho is coming back. And I'm not getting a Japanese account, or I'm not keeping a Japanese account, because I tried it. Not really my cup of tea. Nope, not working out for me at all. Can't do it. It's upsetting. It'll hurt me. Trying to like balance between two games that I rarely play this. My energy was full for like 4 or 5 hours, and some people were like, oh, energy full? Impossible. I just grinded 5 minutes ago. Like, yeah, that's not me. As much as I would, I mean, I enjoy, like, my brain kind of simple sometimes, so sometimes I do enjoy like the small little inkling of being like yay, I did a thing, and now the 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 bar go back up, the bar empty, bar go up. Yeah, I small brain when it comes when it comes to little things like that. But yeah. Overall, basically what I'm just saying. Grindy game. It does not like free to play, and its collabs aren't bad. It's just the rotation of them is kind of insane. See, look, see what I mean? See what I mean? This is what happened when I played last time. They lost, and I was confused on how they lost. But the collab rotation is kind of weird to me because the collab rotation just makes me say, okay. Because, like, you would think that a game like this, knowing what most people want, because I want to kill the kill more for to get back characters that I well, mainly Lady Satsuki, because it's not like I wind up somehow, some way making a breaker character my strongest character that I had, and I put her on pretty much every team, and she still helped me win pretty much everything I needed. And on top of that, she wasn't the best damage dealer I had, but she did her job to help with the damage dealer. So even though she's a pretty bad breaker character, even though they did buff her, I think roughly around the time, and she's still not the best because like even to today's standards, she's still not like in a good spot. But I still got her. I don't care. I got Ryuko, which is a very good damage dealer. Well, in the collab settings, yes. I haven't really used them outside of collab settings, but mm, overall, it's a okay game, not the best game. It's a game that I could like every now and then make little videos like this about. Now, if I wanted to like do something crazy, I'll play like all games like this, which was gonna be an idea, but was quickly stopped because I'm not doing that. That just sounds bad, like really bad idea. But other than that, you know what, guys? We'll call it quits for now, and we'll come back and we'll do some more. We'll basically cash in our tickets, pretty much our crystals for characters. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Though probably finna make a different video on something totally unrelated to everything else I'm doing. But yeah.